Alrighty. 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, it's good.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Truth Train here on internet podcast platform, YouTube, wherever you're enjoying this product. I'm sitting here, of course, with the Truth himself, reincarnated, Dex Carrington.
Truth in human form.
Yeah. Yes. He's actually a lab accident where they were trying to hide lies, like with a serum, like creating a serum to hide lies. But then they did wrong. They did something wrong with the measurements, and they created a truth DNA.
They accidentally created Truth Man.
Yeah, Truth Man.
Yeah, Truth Man. Third wife sold separately. But in all seriousness, it's important to remind people, too, that this podcast has been continuously picking up speed since 1983.
I mean, the thing is that there's something called the speed of light, right?
Yep.
And it's around 300,000 kilometers per second. That's the fastest thing we know. But the truth has been picking up speed like there's no tomorrow. And we're doing measurements right now in a laboratory. We will in CERN in Switzerland.
Yeah.
We will get back to you.
CERN works for us now.
Yeah, they work for us.
But seriously, light is fast, but the truth is faster.
Exactly.
Don't hold me to that, but that's what the research will show.
It will show that
we will be vindicated by the end of this season.
Full vindication.
That's it.
So let's be honest here for a second. When I came into this studio today, which it's a studio.
Yeah.
Again, we've said this before, and I just want to reiterate.
Yeah.
This is not the apartment
You think it is.
of a loser human being. No. It is not.
Of course not.
We made a studio to resemble a person who has given up in life. Who he had a future, but now that is over.
That's our image.
That's our image. So this is a studio in one of the many rooms in this tanker, who is now currently residing in international waters.
And this tanker is owned by Universal Studios.
That's true too. It's a theme park, strange one.
It's one of the many tankers, entertainment tankers they own.
That's true. So anyway, when I arrived in here, of course it's raining outside.
It is.
Right now.
It really is.
And I was hearing raining sounds, but these were like more, I would say, a little bit heavier rain than it was outside. And I was like, where is it coming from? Is there something wrong? Is there something wrong with the fan of your computer? I thought, is something wrong? No, you were listening to...
I think you were looking outside at the amount of rain, and it didn't match the amount of rain you were hearing.
Yes, so I was looking outside. That's not enough rain to create that sound. And my ear then went towards your computer, which I thought, is there something wrong here? No, you were listening to sounds of rain.
That's right.
Rain sounds.
A 10-hour track of rain.
10-hour track.
Yeah.
And why exactly were you listening to rain while it was raining outside?
Because, to be quite honest, it's very cozy when it rains outside and you're inside. But I want to hear that rain. There isn't enough rain sound for me.
Because I told you, you're listening to rain, and you said, yes. And I said, but there's rain outside. And you said...
Not enough.
Not enough.
Yeah.
You need more rain.
I need extra rain.
But if it was sunny outside, would you then still listen to rain? Or does it need to match the outside weather?
I'll put on rain when it's sunny out.
Really?
Because I want to decide.
You want to decide
what's
going on.
I want to decide the weather.
Wow.
That's it. But just one time when I was 27 years old, me and a friend were driving down from the mountain. We had been at a cabin, and I said, hey, listen, why don't we stop by, this is a true story, why don't we stop by every McDonald's on the way down and then add an extra cheese to a Big Mac every time at every McDonald's we stop at? And he said, that sounds like a great game for you. You can go ahead and do that. I'm not going to do that. So I did it. But by the end of that trip, I had a Big Mac with 8 slices of cheese. They were taking pictures of me almost. and like calling their parents. Like, there's this guy. He wants all this cheese.
Yeah, you were in a local newspaper.
Almost. So I'm just saying, I'm no stranger to extra. If you can have more, why wouldn't you have more? It just doesn't.
Well, it's unhealthy.
But rain sounds are just comforting.
Is it?
Well, usually I go with the one that is a lighthouse in the Atlantic Ocean with a rainstorm around it.
Waves crashing.
I personally can't go to sleep unless I pretend that I'm manning a lighthouse in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean.
Of course. Nobody could sleep unless they were a lonely man on an island, maybe a dog as a companion.
Right.
Trusty companion.
Yeah.
And then, changing the light bulbs, making sure the ships doesn't crash into the island, the small island.
Yeah.
Yeah, just guiding the way.
What do you listen to when you go to sleep?
So what I listen to is political debates.
Of course. You fall asleep to that?
I listen to interviews of people who have opinions about political stuff, basically.
As you're falling to sleep.
Falling asleep, yes. So lately, I've been listening to this person being interviewed a lot, a guy called Colonel McGregor. He has like a very military voice. And he talks about how stupid the American political system is and how everybody's lied into wars that is completely unnecessary and could be...
Is he the one with tattoos in his face?
No.
Oh, okay.
He's a Colonel McGregor. He's an honorable military, he's a veteran now, but he's an older gentleman.
Okay.
I probably 70-something.
Right.
He doesn't do the tattoos.
No.
But I listen to him. I'll listen to Max Blumenthal, a Jewish investigative journalist. Aaron Matei, a Jewish guy debunking Israel's stuff, the IDF stuff, and Russiagate, and these are credible journalists who are constantly smeared by, let's make it an easy, the establishment.
Right.
Because they're calling the bluffs.
Right.
So they were early on the Russiagate. This doesn't make sense, and found evidence that this can't be true. And now, how many years later? 9 years later, they're like, they were right all along.
Right.
Glenn Greenwald, the guy who broke the story with Edward Snowden.
This calms you down, does it?
Yeah, but it's like so complex, and it's so I dose right off.
Do you really?
Yeah. Because they meticulously go into these different cases and this happened and this happened, and then
you're out.
I'm out cold.
Wow.
And then I fell off 10 minutes. Okay, I'll listen from 10 minutes and then forward. Yeah. So that's what I do.
But don't you ever, when it's raining, don't you ever look outside and go, that's not enough rain for me?
If it was raining political stories, I would listen. All right?
Then you might need extra.
That's what I would do.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
No, but okay, so here's what I would say about the rain. So what I learned from watching, which movie was this? Interstellar.
Right.
So Matthew McConaughey, he was, on this spaceship, and he was listening to birds' forest sounds,
right,
to bring him back to Earth. And I thought that's a great idea. And then somebody said, in some other context, that white noise is like ocean, forest. That's like white noise. That's
whales.
Whale. No, maybe. I don't know. Maybe. Yeah. But what have been human beings been adjusted to throughout the evolution?
Right.
What have we been listening to? And it is weather. It is rain. It is birds. We're listening to stuff, and then it calms us in a way.
Yeah, we like birds.
So I took an 11-hour, 10-hour, whatever it was, flight to Puerto Rico in the Caribbean, and I downloaded two soundtracks. One of the ocean slamming for 10 hours, and one Amazonian forest stuff.
Right.
Woodpeckers, birds chirping. And I was listening to that stuff, And I was the only one who slept on that plane ride.
Do you know what it's about?
I know what it's about. And they were out of food on the plane. They didn't bring enough food or something happened. I was flying Norwegian, actually.
Right.
And they said, yeah, we don't have enough food. So the muffins are like, we have 3 muffins on this plane trip here. And it was like, a war zone there for a while. So what I thought, okay, I'm hungry, but I'll just go to sleep instead.
Right.
Instead of being hungry.
Or being awake for any of this.
Exactly. Torture, which it is.
Right.
So I slept for, maybe 9 hours. I know, heavily.
Nice.
Yeah. So I do support you with the rain and the sounds.
Rain support.
But you're listening to it in the middle of the day, which is then again scary.
No, I actually wake up in the morning and turn it on. I fall asleep to it. The battery goes out on the computer during the night. I wake up in the morning, I plug it in, and I turn on the rain again. And it's just on all day.
Yeah, but don't you feel that if you're listening to something that you go to bed with, that it kind of then follows you? Like I can't listen to this Colonel McGregor guy in the afternoon.
Why not?
I can only listen to him at night now. Because if I hear his voice, I get dozy.
Really?
Yeah.
No, listen, I want to live in a world where it's raining all the time.
You want to live in a world where it rains all the time.
That's right. Because then there's no guilt for having to go outside and, oh no, it's sunny and this and that. It's just always raining. And then you can relax. Then you can work on your, then you can write your stuff.
What stuff?
Your
What?
stuff.
What stuff?
Your biography. Stuff like that.
Why should we read your biography? Nobody needs to read anyone's biography.
That's so true. It's so true.
It's so funny. Like, hey, here's my life.
Me
and my life.
Yeah.
And sure. I mean, he's my idol. I want to know how he started.
Right.
He says, yeah. Let me guess. He was born. He was young. He was completely incompetent.
Yeah.
And he would go older, and he came into this business, and then now he's the number one in it.
I don't know how anyone can get anything done in a place like Miami, where it's always sunny. If it's raining all the time, you can write your manifesto, you can edit some videos, you can work on your cooking channel, and you can, write to your pen pal. Great things happen in the rain.
I'm pretty sure a lot of people in Florida or Miami are writing on a manifesto. That's a given, and you will find them on a computer at the local cafe.
Yeah,
because they get out these incels in Miami.
People who write manifestos, they go out.
They go out. They want to look at the people they want to blow up.
Right.
Yeah. They want to feed the madness. They want to feed the hate, and they're like, oh, there's a beautiful woman. She hates me. Okay, fine, and like I'll continue, and it's inspired me and my document. But
me and my document. That's a great name.
That's his friend. Me and my document.
That's a biography. Me and my document.
That's 100%.
That's 100% it. That's it.
So anyway, you were listening to rainy sounds, and this is what you. But I've never This is the first time I caught you doing this.
Yes.
But this is something you've been doing for how long?
I don't know, a couple of years now.
Couple of years. How many? Like 5, 10?
I mean, before I used to take a lot of sleeping pills, so it's like it's a replace the sleeping pills
instead of sleeping pills.
Sleeping pills instead of sleeping pills.
Sounds.
I know. I pretend I'm a lighthouse keeper.
Would you recommend other people who have an addiction to listen to rain sounds instead of taking the actual pills?
It's not so much about the rain; it's about pretending that you are a lighthouse keeper, keeping a lighthouse alone in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. Because then there's really nowhere to go. Now you can really get some writing done.
Do they have Wi-Fi there?
No, they don't. They don't even.
Well, they have a satellite phone, I would imagine.
You would think so, but no.
Starlink? No?
No, nothing. But anyway, addiction people should listen to rain sounds? Sure. But I mean,
But wouldn't you then start with rain sounds? And then, of course, since they have an addiction, they start to get harder and harder.
Yeah, and they go to
storm, lightning.
Yeah. Tsunami sounds.
Tsunamis, Thailand,
and then
destruction.
They end with apocalypse.
Apocalypse sounds.
Yeah. And then it's just atomic bomb tests.
Yeah,
where you end.
Yeah. And at the end, they can't sleep without Oppenheimer
putting
them to sleep.
I mean, I think a lot of people have sleep problems. And It's just, I'm actually doing a talk in October at this huge alternative health conference about tapering psychiatric drugs, right? Because it's ironic that no one can make you sicker than a doctor these days by giving you strange pills. So something we discussed briefly last time, right? At the end of the last episode, was people getting straitjackets specifically tailored for them.
Yeah.
And so who do you think produces straitjackets?
I would imagine very fine people. People with pure
hearts.
Pure hearts. Pure at heart.
Yes. Well-meaning, salt of the earth people.
Salt of the earth.
I mean, these are
the best people.
Yeah, because, I think I mentioned to you briefly once, but I met a guy and he lived in Brazil for many years. And I said, why'd you live in Brazil? And I was in the human hair business. And he looked very normal. You would think.
Yeah, you would imagine that you don't look normal when you deal with human parts.
No, you don't. I mean, it seems. So anyway, he was just, and he just ended up in that business for some strange reason. But I would really like to meet. I mean, if we were ever going to have a guest on this podcast, it would be someone who's into straitjacket manufacturing. Another thing that I also have a lot of respect for is belt restraints used for psychiatric hospital beds.
Right.
Who's making those?
Well, people who don't like people who flinch.
People who are pro serenity.
Yeah, because sometimes you don't move, and then people do it.
Yeah.
Like, why can't you just be still? I'm trying to force this vaccine on you. And they're like, I have a problem. I'm uncomfortable. Well, that's when you need those people.
That's when you need people who are willing to take action and create products.
So what I learned many years ago, a friend of mine, she went to this Fontainebleau INSEAD. It's a business. It's a 1-year business school.
Mm-hmm.
Very intense. Many people have been there, like prime ministers, huge CEOs of crazy companies and stuff. Very crazy university, Illuminati based. This is where they create the future Illuminati people.
Reptile stuff?
Yeah, I mean reptiles. They go there too.
Reptile-ish.
Yeah.
Okay.
But people, I was at one lecture, and it was this woman. She was like an advisor to the Obama. She was a Finnish woman who had a PhD in whatever it was, and now was doing a guest lecture at this university for a while. And but the point is, if you want to make a product, find a problem, create the solution, and then sell it. That's business.
I am.
In broad strokes, of course. But
yes.
But you find a problem, and obviously these straitjacket people and the restraining
belt
people, they found a problem.
Yeah.
And they're like, listen, I work at this hospital. We're always two people holding this guy down.
Yeah.
What if I took, let's say, 2 weeks off, and I have a friend of mine who's a tailor, or he's a leather belt manufacturer,
right?
And I'll come up with an idea. He makes it, and we'll make a business out of it. Because it can't be just one mental institution who has this problem. It has to be many.
Yeah, but imagine the day when they came in with that prototype for the first time. Hey, listen, we're holding people down all the time. I made this belt in my garage. Why don't we just try to tie them down with this belt?
How can I get you to? How can I see? How can I help you see yourself in this restraining belt situation here?
What do I have to do to convince you to be in the belt restraining business?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying, it's.
But do you see what I'm getting at? Like they found a problem.
Hey,
they found a problem.
they found it.
And then they thought, well, you know, we can make some money here. We
Yeah.
can sell this device. Maybe get a patented situation going.
Yeah.
Right? Straitjacket. You put people in that. Houdini makes tricks out of it. Jumps out of the river.
You know what's funny about that? First, you know, like I heard like, you know, Crisco or like vegetable oil used to be like submarine lubricant, but there were only so many submarines. So after they lubed all the submarines, they're like, damn, we got a lot of this product and we got this patent. We got to find some other use for it.
Yeah.
And then they made margarine out of it.
Genius.
It is, right? And in the same way, I bet you anything, because I don't think the market for people sitting in a padded room, rocking back and forth in a straitjacket, I don't think it's enormous.
You don't think it's enormous? What are you crazy? It sounds like you need one of those jackets because that business right now is booming.
It's booming. It's out of control.
If you look at the graphs, and I've looked at a few.
Yeah, but
That business right now with an inflation and the wars and the fucking government overreach and people like the middle class shrinking and the fucking like you can't afford a home, you're a nobody, you're like blasted by pretty woman on Instagram all day, and you look at your own life like, what the fuck am I? I'm a fucking loser. I'm a shithead. I should be in Bali. I should be at a luxury hotel with hot women all day long with a machine gun. That's what I should. I should be Dan Bilzerian or whatever his name is. I should be that guy. Why am I this? I need a, like that. That's the people who end up in a straitjacket. And you don't think that business is not booming?
Man, you're right. I mean, listen, there's no doubt it's an upward trajectory, right? But I'm pretty sure when they came up with this, it was right around the same time they were doing lobotomies, right?
Again, great people.
Great product.
Great product. I mean, a guy, that guy won a Nobel like a medical Nobel Prize.
Did he really?
Science thing, yeah.
Oh my God.
And do you know what lobotomy actually is?
What?
Do you know what they do?
No.
Do you want to know?
Yeah.
I'll tell you.
Okay.
So what they do, this is from a doctor now.
Okay.
He told me. They put a long metal sharp thing.
Oh.
They put it between the nose and the eye here. Like there's an entry here.
Right.
Between the eye and the socket, you could say.
Right.
They put it in there and they stick it in the middle of the brain.
Oh.
And this is where the genius part comes in. Okay? This is when they got me. I wasn't convinced until they did this last thing, which is like the piece de la résistance of the lobotomy.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
They stick it in the middle and then they churn it.
Of course.
They do like this.
Oh man.
And then they pull it out. And the guy, of course, again, helped by the straitjacket and the restraining people.
Restraining belts.
Belts.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like they were like biting down on a rubbery thing, and then they full on belt, held down.
Yeah, yeah.
And then the guy, probably gave him some sedatives or whatever.
Yeah.
And then the guy was like, "Hey, how you doing? How are things?" Great.
Right.
And they're like, "Wow, this guy went from here down to here. Like, maybe a little bit under than normal, but that's way better."
Why do you think psychiatry is all about bringing people down? Why do they always want people calmer? Don't you agree that some people maybe need more energy?
Some people.
That's why they keep selling those energy drinks at the gas station, right?
Yeah.
And also Monster energy drink is huge because obviously there's a huge energy problem. So back to psychiatry. Here's my question to you. Why are they so obsessed with making people calm down? That seems to be their big thing. Like you just said, like he went from there to there.
Yeah.
Success.
Yeah.
But why is there never a time in psychiatry where they go, he was all the way down there, but we brought him up here. Good.
I'll tell you exactly.
Okay.
Okay. It's because, have you ever tried to talk with somebody who's like, he's on the run? He's like, he doesn't have a minute to talk. There's always too much stuff going on. Yeah, but what about the thing? What about the thing that the thing that we have to solve, the problem. Hey, well, you know, I got the stuff going on, and you got to talk to him. And you got to. It's you can never produce or do anything with that kind of person. There's too much going on. It's like his mind is everywhere.
Right.
But you can talk with somebody who's like leveled.
Right.
Constant leveled.
Someone who's tranquilized.
He's tranquilized.
Or tranquil.
Tranquil. Let's call him tranquil.
Yeah, because I think tranquilized has some negative conjugations to it.
Yeah, it has.
Tranquil people are easier to talk to.
Some people want to have like a negative connotation.
Because I'm just going to point this out. Tranquility is a pond and a cup of Earl Grey.
Right.
Tranquilizer
is forced.
It's forced. Yeah, it's perfectly put.
Forced.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is
forced.
It is.
And but what I'm trying to say here is that you want to discuss issues, problems, solve something with somebody who's calm.
Yeah.
And it's hard for a psychiatrist to talk with a guy who's like screaming and like in agony
and biting
and like I'm gonna, you know, I'm crazy. I'm crazy over here.
Probably a lot of biting.
And like, listen, I need to get into his brain and
just swoosh it around
it around a little bit.
I always imagine like, you know, a tall Long Island drink.
Yeah,
that's a good example because there's a lot of ice in it.
Right.
And usually they'll stir it in the beginning.
That's lobotomy.
That's exactly it.
That is.
It's that just a brain, not a Long Island.
They stir your head.
They stir your head.
Yeah, and the guy won a Nobel Science Prize
because James Bond is shaken, not stirred.
Exactly. Hey, he doesn't want to be lobotomized.
Right, because
shake my head, please.
Please.
But don't get in there and stir it up.
Don't stir it up. Maybe that's what they meant back in the day.
So what I'm trying to say, when it comes to the straitjackets and the restraining belts,
yeah,
they're working together. It's synergy.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
They had a problem. They create a solution. They provide the solution. They take a little profit of it. They have the belts, and then now they have the guy with the needle, the metal needle.
Okay, but here's what I think is really fascinating. Every single psychiatric drug that's out there has been sued. And what has it been sued for? Off-label marketing. Every time.
Right.
Which means you have an antidepressant, and then you just go, hey, this probably just helps people stop smoking. And then they just say it does, and then they just prescribe it for stopping smoking, and then they get sued because tons of people get problems from the pills and whatever, right? So psychiatry has like tons of anti-epilepsy medication that just didn't work for epilepsy, but they prescribe it for other things. So like off-label marketing is a very psychiatric thing. So what I think is interesting is the straitjacket started with holding people down, you know, forcing lobotomies and injections and all the good stuff to bring them down. But then they go, just like the submarines, right, with the Crisco and the secondary market, they go, we need to make more money off of this. And that's when they went to probably Houdini.
Yeah.
And they said, listen,
how can we
put you
in a jacket today?
I think that's verbatim how it went.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, I mean, how do you think that interaction went? Because what was he doing before that? Because his big thing was straitjackets and then in water. Right?
Yeah, they put him in a straitjacket and then they threw him in a river.
But that was,
and then people just showed up and like, well, he's gonna try not to die.
Yeah, but
and then like they topped it with putting him in a barrel, and they threw him off the Niagara Falls,
right,
in a straitjacket,
right,
and then you know that was the trick. I don't know what happened,
but he was a huge straitjacket guy.
Yeah.
I mean, he probably popularized it into popular culture.
I mean, he
brought it from the padded room to the living room, table.
Well, it's a genius.
Sorry, he brought it from the padded room to the family dinner table, right?
As you should, because I think he did a huge PR stunt on their behalf,
right?
I think they colluded together. And like, how can we help each other here? Like we have made this like the best straitjacket in the world, but only a magician can like get out of it. So like they probably did like a little thing, obviously. I don't know. It was probably not a straitjacket as the one they sold. It was maybe like a tiny little thing that he could do. Somebody said that he kind of like he took his shoulder out of the socket or whatever it was, and then he kind of got it out of it that way. But I don't know. Obviously, like everything, I have friends. A guy who's a magician. Everything is a lie. Like, he's this and that, and then like, how do you do that? And then like, it's a button. He presses a button, and then the thing happens.
Right.
It's a box with a trick, and then it seems like he's doing something, but that's just he pushes a thing, and then whatever happens.
How do you know so many magicians?
I don't know. It's just, these magicians.
Yeah,
They come around.
creepy.
They are creepy.
A little bit, yeah.
I have never met a normal magician in my
No.
life. Everybody's a little bit off.
Do they have families with like
No,
children?
None of them.
No.
They don't have anything.
Do they?
They're very lonely people.
Do they live in a camper van?
I don't think they live anywhere. They just live in motels, constantly driving around.
Eating stuff out of a can.
Yeah, like, hobo chili, stuff like that, Warm up a chili can and just eat it, and then
They go
watch
outside
pornography.
They go outside. They go outside the motel, light up a garbage can fire,
Yeah.
and then heat their hobo chili over it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's the magician I know.
That's the magician code.
That's the code. So these are sad human beings.
Right.
Yeah. And constantly on the run, economic problems.
Right. But I really like this idea that like Harry Houdini, he was in the straitjacket business.
He was.
And they got to him, and then people went, this is brilliant. And then I bet you how many kids, like, I don't know when Harry Houdini first stood there with a straitjacket and did a huge stunt, but whatever year that was popularized, I wonder how many children wanted a straitjacket for Christmas that year.
Oh my God. I mean, imagine kids, straitjackets. And what a beautiful way to put your hyperactive child.
Yeah.
Like, I want a straitjacket. Like, finally. Finally, we can get this little shit out of control, like under control.
Right.
And then you're like, here's your straitjacket, and I'm Harry Houdini now. Yeah. And then you got him.
Yeah.
Where you want him, right? Now you can, you're in control.
Maybe in the 1800s or early 1900s, probably early 1900s, Houdini. But anyway, maybe it was easier to have children before because all your children wanted a straitjacket for Christmas. And then you could convince them you can be just like Harry Houdini. When you wake up in the morning, I'll put the straitjacket on you and just try really hard to get out of it all day long.
So he was born in 1874.
Right.
And he died in 1926.
Right.
And so there you go. He had like a good, good 50.
Good run.
Good run.
He got punched in the stomach, I think. That's how he died.
Yeah. So he was. He died. He was married once. That's good.
Hey,
He kept his wife.
that's not bad. Hey, for a magician, that's huge.
That's huge.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what we should remember him.
No hobo chili for him.
No, so he was jumping out there. But speaking of tailored straitjackets, that guy probably got a really good tailored deal. Do you think so? Like, because he was a guy from Budapest. He's like a, I don't know, maybe he's like a skinny guy, whatever. But like, it can't be just one size fits all straitjacket. You need extra large. You need large, small, mediums, and stuff.
Extra small.
And extra small, of course. I mean, probably more.
Probably mostly
extra small.
Mostly extra
A
small.
lot of small people are crazy. Let's just be honest for a second.
Hey, this is the truth train.
A lot of tiny people have created a lot of shit.
Yeah.
I mean, like Napoleon. He was 152 centimeters.
Yeah.
Hitler wasn't a tall guy.
I'm just saying, this society now in 2025 is obsessed with race and gender.
Yeah.
Why? To divert us from height,
Yeah.
which is where the real problems are.
A lot of scary people are small.
That's it.
And nobody tells you that.
Do you think anyone at the time when straitjackets were such a big part of popular culture, like imagine, or just like, remember Andre the Giant?
Yeah, of course.
Of course. And he drank like 144 beers in one night. Like,
Yeah,
he was
yeah.
A monster of a man. Anyway, if they were going to detain him, obviously they'd need to go to a tailor and make a special straitjacket.
I mean, they would. I mean, they would need to tailor one, or
Right.
they would need a yeah.
Or another example would be conjoined twins who are connected at the hip.
Yeah, how many crazy twins are there then?
Or crazy conjoined twins.
Conjoined twins.
Because there's two of them. Do they both go crazy at the same time?
Probably.
Probably. Well, the other one just has to come along for the ride anyway.
Yeah, like he has no choice.
He has no choice. He has to join the escapade.
And who runs the arms and the legs? How do they?
I don't know. I think it differs.
You know what?
But anyway, the point
I
is,
don't want. Yeah, but okay, but before you continue that point, just remember it. I just want to say something about the conjoined twins.
yeah.
I'm not a guy who's very like. It's not that I think it's it's not disgusting. I'm not saying that it. I mean, it's bad that it happened.
Right.
Right. And I don't know what I think about. I don't know what I think about it, because you have two personalities in one body. Right? There's two brains, two individuals in one. Do they get one vote each? How do we do it? Is there one personal number? Is it two? How do you do this? And there's a lot of strange stories. Like a guy, like I think I read once there was like conjoined twins married two different guys.
Yeah,
but they're fucking the same hole.
Are they?
I'm pretty sure they did.
No.
Well,
it's not ideal. I agree.
I'm not saying that that's a bad thing or anything. I'm just saying I wouldn't be, if I fell in love with one head.
Yeah.
And there's another guy waiting.
Yeah.
Because he loves the other one.
He loves the other head.
Yeah. And then like, yeah, I'm done now. And then what, how does that work?
Oh, man.
You know? So I'm just saying that it creates a lot of confusion, these people.
Yes, they do.
They do.
And that's probably why they go crazy.
And they need a straitjacket.
So let's say they need a straitjacket.
Let's say.
Do you think there are specialty tailors who specialize in tailoring straitjackets to your needs?
Of course there is.
Are they Italian? Or
I mean,
or are
I
they
would
more
imagine so.
Or are they more like Polish or like Bangladeshi?
No, I think there's a lot of pride in the straitjacket tailored community.
You think?
Tailoring the tailor community. So I don't think a lot of those
Tailored to your diagnosis.
Yeah. Because I don't think they ship those jobs overseas.
No.
I think that those are one of the few that they actually kept in the country, because that's like such a specialty. You can't just go on Amazon and buy one from China or Temu or whatever these names, Alibaba. I think that's you have to go down to Brooklyn. And these straitjackets since 1876.
Right.
Right? You have to go there. These people know what they're doing.
Family owned.
Family owned.
7 generations.
Everybody has one sitting there waiting for you.
Yeah.
I think that's such a novel product that you have to kind of like go to the specialist. You can't go to China like I want 10 of the straitjackets.
Right.
And they're like, okay, and then they make it. I don't think that I think that's like a thing that you buy in the country. Do you think so?
Maybe. I don't know.
Straight.
I mean,
Jacket price. What do you think they?
well, first of all, I'm pretty sure that in like the early 1900s, they made your family pay for it.
Well, that's for sure.
I think it was a different time. But now that it's like, the mental hospital buys the straitjackets, I think they get a pretty good bulk price. I think one solid straitjacket, which is hard to escape, would be around $140.
Do straitjackets still exist? Modified variants of the garment are still in use. A particular brand of straitjacket is called Argentino. Argentino suit. Manufactured by PSP Argentino Inc. So,
Is that a big division of that company?
I mean, they're big. Here's a real straitjacket on eBay.
Can we invest in stocks? In Argentina?
No, they're not public.
Okay.
These people don't go public.
No.
Here's a straitjacket. It's $200. It's $300.
$300.
Yeah, on Etsy.
Hey, probably pretty good profit margin.
Yeah, I think.
Have you ever had one on? Have you ever tried on a straitjacket?
No, of course not.
Okay, I have.
Why have you?
I was going to do a television show in 2006, 2007, and I had the idea that I put on a straitjacket and then I run down the street trying to convince people to unbuckle it for me.
Right.
And it was a hidden camera show.
Really?
Yeah, and then we went to the local mental hospital and asked to borrow one, and they're really heavy. The arms are really heavy. If you think it's just a long sleeve T-shirt that they sort of tie behind your back,
You are wrong.
think again. This is really heavy stuff. It's probably like 25 kilo. How much does a straitjacket weigh?
It doesn't say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Argentino doesn't come out with those numbers. You have to experience it.
Yes. P.
You have to experience it. Weight must be experienced.
PSP Corp. Suicide prevention and tear-resistant equipment.
Are you serious? Are you serious?
Of course, located in California.
Right.
Of course it is.
Of course.
I mean, why wouldn't they? And it's tear-resistant materials.
Okay.
So no knives here, my friend.
No knives, huh?
Yeah. So, but it's not loading that well.
Okay.
What's going on here?
But anyway, I have to admit, I really respect someone who's in the psychiatry business. You know, like it's weird. Like people who work with imagine working at a mental hospital. Do you think you would remain sane for long?
I don't think so.
You'd remain sane longer than me. I'll tell you that much.
Look, can I just since we're on the subject here, and this is obviously a market people don't know too much about.
Yeah.
What kind of equipment are there out there, like within this topic that we're, of course, just visiting for today's episode?
If you were to go shopping,
If you would go shopping, what are you looking for?
what can you get?
So here we have, and for the algorithm, I'm going to call it not what it is, but the new word. So it's not sui,
Yeah.
it's unalive, right?
Right.
So unalive prevention cell blanket. So this is like, because sometimes they rip up the cell blanket and then make a rope out of it, right?
Wow.
To then do
Okay.
the thing.
I'd never thought of that.
Well, now you know.
Well, these people have worked in an institution for a while, I think.
They have found a problem and found a solution.
There it is.
And then they take a profit from that.
Okay.
So a blanket you cannot tear.
Right.
Okay? And then unalive prevention cell slippers. I don't know how that works, but for some reason, throughout the history of man, they've killed themselves with slippers.
Come on. How does it work?
$100.
What makes them so unalive-y proof?
Here we go. It's just the
Maybe you can hit yourself in the head enough with a slipper.
yeah it's
You know what I think?
it doesn't really say. I mean, what the problem? They don't say like, well, as we all know, slippers has killed a lot of people.
Yeah.
They don't say that. They just say, hey, this is like a garment that is not, you can't tear it.
You know what I think they did? I think they just threw in a couple of extra merch products and just sort of put their label on it,
Yeah.
and things that weren't so unalive-y to begin with.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Bed sheet set tear resistant.
Okay, same problem, right?
Plastic chair. Just like an ordinary camping plastic chair.
Why?
Well, this chair, obviously, you can't break it and make it sharp,
Right.
right? So that you have that. You have unalive prevention smock or gown. You have a tear-resistant T-shirt, tear-resistant shorts.
You know, there aren't enough people on the street today sporting tear-resistant wear.
Well, this is what you're looking for. You see what this is? DuraGuard. This is the thing. This is what you're looking for.
Duramax.
Duramax.
That's a bed with belts on it.
Yeah, it's a heavy duty Duramax bed. Includes sidebars that run the length of the bed for easy adjustment of restraints.
All right. Do they take off your non-tear?
Do you have problems adjusting your restraint? Well, don't we? We have a solution for you.
We have a solution for you.
Designed to fit humane restraint standard products. The bed also has a curved top for patient's comfort and non-porous for easy cleaning.
I wonder if they tested that on somebody and asked, like, they took a psychotic person, belted them down in their tear-resistant clothing.
Are you feeling comfortable?
Are you comfortable right now?
Right.
They're like, bah! Like, you inject them. You know what I mean? Are you comfortable? Are you comfortable? You know?
Blanket wrap. They have everything.
They have everything you need.
Humane wraps. Yeah. This
is the gold standard.
I mean, we should apply for a job for these people. This is finally a product that we could sell.
Finally, something I can endorse.
I am endorsing this company. Humane jacket.
What does that mean?
That's a humane jacket. Humane jacket. You know what it is.
Oh, right?
It's the
the
jacket.
It's a straight person's jacket.
It's a straight jacket. None of this gay trans jacket.
None of these non-binary jackets.
It's a humane straight jacket.
The jacket of someone with a wife and kids.
Transport leg brace. $36. That's easy.
Transport leg brace. Can you order it off the website?
Of course you can.
For personal use?
I mean, these people know what they're doing. I mean, listen, we should get into this. We should get into this business right now.
Yeah.
I mean, if we went to like a mental institution or a jail, like a prison,
mm-hmm.
I mean, we could sell a lot of stuff.
Hey, you know what I bet they haven't done? Is I bet they haven't gone into schools and pitched this stuff.
They should go in. Yeah, this is all of these products should be in the school.
All of them.
All of them.
Like a bundle.
Yes.
You know? And that's the government paying for it too.
Of course, the government needs this. And more, by the way. I mean, again, we should buy stocks in this company.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a company that knows what's... Listen, it is not... They sell a door ram as well.
They sell a what?
A door ram.
How much is the door ram?
$500.
$500 for a door ram.
Yeah.
Wow. And can I order that to my house?
Yeah, they deliver it right. No, they how do you think they deliver it?
They just ram down your door.
They ram down the door.
How else would we know it worked?
Yeah. I was like, yeah, it's a really good product.
It's great.
So what I'm trying to say here is this is an American company. Okay?
Local.
If you buy this, there's no tariffs.
No, that's true.
Going on here.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay? Mm-hmm. This is a great American company, and we should be proud of doing business with such a company. And PSP Corp... I mean, I can promise you. I can't promise you a lot of stuff, but I can promise you this. Mm-hmm. This is a company that is going to grow and grow and grow. And many people listen to this podcast because of financial tips.
Yes, they do.
Financial advice.
So they can be like us.
Get into the PSP Corp right now and invest in this seclusion bed.
And hold indefinitely.
Yeah.
Hold these stocks indefinitely. The farm to table of psychiatric restraint products.
This is what you know. This is quite fascinating. They have a lot of stuff.
They do, don't they?
Yeah. Security razors. They have everything. Toothbrush. Flexible. Good stuff.
So basically, there's a lot of stuff here dedicated to stopping you from being able to make a shiv.
A lot of the shifts, a lot of the, not hurting the personnel, not hurting themselves. Mm-hmm. They found a solution to a problem.
Because a lot of people want to hurt. Institutions are basically a place where people just want to hurt each other.
Pretty much.
That's it, right?
Yeah.
And now they come in and they go, hey, We got a toothbrush and this floss and all this stuff, which makes it harder for everybody to hurt each other.
I'm just saying, this is something. This is a business that is booming.
This is the future.
It's the future, and I think
Hey, you want to hear a great story? That is a great that I would. This is how I would. In
conclusion,
this is how I would pitch it.
Okay.
There was a family that lived down the street from my parents, and they had a young son, and he was just a normal kid. But he started an Instagram account where he was wearing all this fashionable clothing, being extraordinarily cool, posing in front of cars that weren't his, and, kind of like exuding this lifestyle that he in no way could live up to in real life. And it started as something fun, but suddenly he had a lot of followers, 80,000, 120, 240,000 kind of thing. And it grew completely out of control. And the disconnect between reality and what was expected of him online became so great that he snapped. And he got admitted to a mental hospital, right? Now, it's not like his story is unique. This is everyone's future. Everyone. So 100% of people are going to snap once the divide between reality and their Instagram account catches up to them.
So he got a lot of followers.
Yeah.
And then he snapped.
Well, he snapped because he couldn't live up to it. People met him in real life. They go, "Where's your car? Where are your cool clothing? Like, buy us drinks." And he didn't have any money or anything.
Just a lot of followers.
Well, but the followers thought he was rich. That's the point.
Because he pretended to be rich?
Well, everyone, yes. But everyone pretends to be something they're not on social media, which is why there's 100% guarantee that 100% of people are going to snap eventually.
When they gain a lot of followers.
Well, no, just when...
in general.
When social media breaks them psychologically, which is inevitable.
I mean, that is... It's going on. It's going on.
It's a certainty, yeah.
It's a certainty. And that is like... have you seen the movie, what is it called? The Right Stuff?
No.
But do you know about it?
No.
It's what happens is that I think it's like some alien... blob lands on Earth, and it's a yogurt that everybody eats, and you got to finish that yogurt. You're not coming down to watch TV unless everybody wants to. You should eat this yogurt. You should eat this yogurt. Everybody's like, so that yogurt is infecting people's brain, but it's like an alien virus thing. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, there's a military who goes to them to destroy this yogurt factory, which is now controlling the world in a way, right?
Of course.
It's a funny movie, but the message is very simple.
Yeah.
It was like kind of a mass psychosis kind of thing, mm-hmm. right? And as soon as people then stopped eating the yogurt, they and then the advertisement on TV was always the yogurt, the right stuff.
Right.
Yeah, right. And like people are like, yeah, I need more yogurt. So, social media is the right stuff. Mm-hmm. It is the right stuff, and they know it. Mm-hmm. How do I know? Because they did an interview with a high official at Facebook many years ago, and they talked about the algorithm and how it affects people and stuff. And then she did what they call a gaffe. You accidentally tell the truth.
Right.
In which she said, I would never allow my kids on Facebook.
Right.
And then like, why? Well, because she was just like, everybody's like, yeah, it's crazy, blah, blah, kids, blah, blah. And she was like, just piling, yeah, I would never allow my kids on Facebook. And like, why wouldn't you? Well, and then she kind of like did like a CEO, ninja kind of like exit maneuver. But they know because so later she knew the statistics of how social media is affecting people's brains. So you can say whatever you want about it, but in Australia right now, they've banned social media until you're 16 years old.
Wow.
You're not allowed to have social media until you're 16.
Yeah. I asked you briefly last episode, and I've thought about this a lot since you said it. I said, listen, when I'm baking cakes in my place, I'm baking 2, 3, 4 cakes for somebody's birthday party. Why aren't women lining up around the block? And you said, because we're in a mass psychosis.
Yeah.
And it's indicators like that you know. And also, you know, the kid down the street who's probably still in a mental hospital rocking back and forth.
Yeah, enjoying these products of this fine company, PSB Corp.
He's loving it.
Yeah.
He's loving it. What's not to love?
I mean,
he's not tearing anything.
well, he's not tearing. Not anymore, he is.
He wants to, but
He wants to, but he can't.
No. Tear-proof.
Yeah.
Tear-proof.
So there is a mass psychosis.
Yeah.
There's no question about it.
Yeah.
Social media, did you get likes? Did you get your friend requests? Did you see the story? Did you see my vacation?
Yeah.
Did you see the wedding photo? Did you see our trip? Did you see my work day? Did you get the notifications?
Yeah.
The reptile brain of yours is stimulated all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Did somebody like you on the app?
All right.
Did you have a girlfriend opportunity? Did she answer? That's a mass psychosis.
Yes.
And the truth train will have nothing of it.
No. We support this company.
We support tear-proof blankets.
That's right, which is the ultimate mass psychosis deterrent. When you get into your Facebook psychosis, who's waiting for you?
Yeah, we have a bed to sell you.
We have an Argentino toothbrush right here.
Yes.
Hey, think you're going to make a shiv out of this thing? Not recently.
Yeah, and a bed with belts.
And a restraining order.
Yes. So we're just saying. So if the company wants to get in touch, if they find this in the algorithm somehow, Google says, hey, there's a podcast in international waters who wants to sell your products.
Yeah.
We're listening.
But that's why we don't have any Lloyd and Melon hot sauce on the table today, because we actually are in talks with Argentino.
We need a new bed. And I don't care if it's restraining belts attached to it. Women love that shit, you know?
Yes, they do.
I've heard. I've seen photos.
Everyone loves the idea that if I go crazy right now,
I have belts to back me up.
there it is.
Thank you, everybody. Good night.